Angel Reese is a wonderful player. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
When Angel Reese steps onto the court, she's swiftly ejected, while Caitlin Clark enters and starts breaking records. This stark contrast between the two athletes might sound like the setup for a joke, but it actually highlights a deeper truth about the current landscape of women's basketball. What follows is anything but humorous. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for the latest on WNBA Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Thanks.
Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have risen to become two of the brightest stars in women's basketball. Their youth, remarkable skill, and potential to influence the sport's future have captured the attention of fans everywhere. Yet, what truly distinguishes their paths is the compelling and often unpredictable nature of their careers.
Caitlin Clark now has the rookie record, the history of the WNBA. She's now going to try to set the all-time record, but 12 games to go. Now, this is happening exactly how I scripted it. I think that was lost on a lot of people.
It's captivating to observe how the paths of these two rising stars have diverged. Not long ago, both were basking in widespread success and admiration. But now, their circumstances seem to have shifted in surprising ways. This leads us to ask, what has driven such drastically different outcomes for these athletes? Stay with us as we explore the intriguing factors behind their contrasting journeys.
Angel Reese's biggest problem is the Caitlin Clark comparison.
My advice to Caitlin, kind of keep your mouth shut, because everybody is looking for you to say anything and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing.
Caitlin Clark is far more than just another player. She's transforming the game itself. Her recent performances have been truly extraordinary. In every matchup, she doesn't simply win. She overwhelms her competition with undeniable dominance.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane. That should be celebrated, and it's because of Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up.
In a standout game against the Seattle Storm, Clark didn't just show up, she delivered a phenomenal performance. She racked up 29 points, handed out 7 assists, and pulled down 6 rebounds. Even more astonishing is that this wasn't even her peak. In another game, she put on a masterclass, scoring 33 points, dishing out 10 assists, and recording 3 steals. These numbers aren't just impressive, they are surreal, more like something out of a video game than a real-life basketball matchup.
Despite the attendance and viewership records, there seems to be some haterade in the league in regards to Clark starting with WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes herself. She recently spoke on her podcast, Queens of the Court, and didn't mention the rookie when speaking of Indiana's rise in the standings.
However, Clark's brilliance isn't just reflected in her stats, it's how she achieves them that truly sets her apart. She has an instinctive grasp of the game's nuances, consistently predicting plays with incredible precision. It's as if she's tapped into a deeper understanding of basketball's hidden rhythms, always staying one step ahead. Watching her on the court feels like watching a chess grandmaster in action while others are simply playing checkers. Her strategic intelligence makes her stand out in a genuinely captivating way. Now, let's take a look at what the Salty Cracker Swoops had to say.
Here's what Sheryl Swoopes had to say. Look at this quote here. I think the Olympic break really helped Indiana. I'm going to shout out to Lexi Hull. I'm a big Lexi Hull fan. Lexi Hull shot the leather off the ball in their game against Seattle. Kelsey Mitchell is just stroking. She's just shooting the basketball. Aaliyah Boston, almost a triple-double. If Indiana continues to play the way they're playing like this, they too are going to move up in the standings, end quote.
It's honestly disappointing to see her display such a negative attitude, especially when she appears unwilling to recognize the outstanding performance of the one female player who's clearly driving a surge in WNBA viewership. Even Stephen A. Smith openly criticized her behavior, making it clear he had a strong opinion on the matter.
So no, Caitlin Clark. Sheryl Swoopes. No, Caitlin Clark. Respectfully, Sheryl Swoopes, you have any idea how that makes you look? You have any idea how that serves to stain any kind of critique of Caitlin Clark? Because that gives fodder to those who believe she's being hated on and ostracized to some degree. Do you realize that, Cheryl Swoops, you're insane to do that? Let me tell you why you're insane to do that. Because Cheryl Swoops, you're one of the greatest players ever in the history of basketball. That's why. See, you won a championship in college at Texas Tech. You won 3 Olympic gold medals. You won 4 WNBA championships. You know basketball. You know basketball better than me. You know basketball than any of the pundits. You know basketball better than most of the men that play basketball. There is no way in hell you just accidentally left Caitlin Clark's name out of that soliloquy that you dropped about the Indiana Fever. Stop it. You know that. Stop it.
The resentment directed at her by some WNBA players runs deep, largely due to the high level of recognition and praise she receives from the league. Clark's style of play seems tailor-made for the WNBA. She combines speed, sharp intelligence, and an intense competitive drive that draws in audiences every time she takes the floor. It's no wonder she's being called a phenomenon, because that's exactly what she is.
Because to know basketball like Cheryl Swoops does, to be as accomplished as she is, to be the Hall of Famer that she is, all accolades that are well-deserved.
It's evident that she's experiencing jealousy, having lost the spotlight and not receiving the same level of attention that Caitlin Clark now commands. The number of viewers tuning in to watch Clark is astounding, breaking viewership records and drawing in people who previously had little to no interest in women's basketball. Her performances have sparked a wave of interest, reaching not just casual fans but also diehard basketball enthusiasts. Clark is reshaping perceptions and proving that women's basketball isn't just entertaining, it's outstanding. A clear sign of this shift is the praise and recognition she's received from figures like Shannon Sharpe.
Y'all see the woman speed up. Y'all see her. Caitlin Clark is getting the crowd and going. Y'all see Skylar Diggins speed up to make contact with her. Stop this. Y'all mad because that corn-fed Iowa girl busting y'all ass. Y'all said she too weak. She can't do this. She lead the WNBA in assists. She cooking. Let her cook. Let her cook.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the sports world has been truly remarkable. Her influence goes far beyond her outstanding performances on the court. She's redefining the game and captivating audiences like never before. Not only is she drawing in a whole new generation of fans, but she's also inspiring aspiring young athletes. Her high standard of excellence has set a fresh benchmark for the sport. What's especially intriguing is how her influence reaches beyond basketball itself, igniting widespread conversations about women's basketball. This surge in attention is evident across various media platforms, boosting the sport's visibility with Caitlin Clark right at the center of it all.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
It's truly impressive how Caitlin Clark handles the immense pressure that comes with the spotlight. Every move she makes is closely watched and analyzed, yet she doesn't just cope. She seems to thrive under the intense scrutiny. It's almost as if the grandeur of the stage elevates her performance. What distinguishes her isn't just her remarkable skills, which are undeniably exceptional, but also her strong mindset and mental toughness. In a surprising turn of events, Angel Reese, who had been riding high, recently faced a major setback in a game against the New York Liberty. Despite stepping onto the court determined to make a difference, she was ejected, leaving fans and spectators stunned by the unexpected outcome. This twist was shocking in what was expected to be a straightforward game. While it might be easy to chalk up Reese's performance to just an off day, the reality runs deeper. Over her last 5 games, her shooting percentage has dropped dramatically to just 29%, a figure that's not a mistake, but a clear sign of struggles. For a player of her talent, this slump is as surprising as a skilled chef repeatedly burning toast. Given these circumstances, comparing Reese to Caitlin Clark seems unreasonable at best.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is.
Reese is clearly struggling, and much of her difficulty seems to come from her shooting mechanics. Her form is quite unusual. She tends to shoot from her shoulder rather than from eye level. It's a bit like trying to hit a dartboard with your eyes closed. You might get lucky once in a while, but consistently hitting the bullseye is a real challenge. But it's not just her shooting that's off. Reese is also facing setbacks from all sides. Have you heard about Coach Cheryl Reeves? She's known for her keen eye for talent, but when she evaluated Reese, she simply shrugged and moved on. Surprisingly, instead of picking Reese, Coach Reeves drafted Elisa Peely, who, ironically, has spent most of her time on the bench, averaging just 6.4 minutes per game. That must have been a tough pill for Reese to swallow. Reese also tried to convince Gabby Williams, the renowned French Olympic athlete, to join her in Chicago, but Williams politely declined, kind of like inviting someone to your birthday party only for them to say no and choose to stay home watching paint dry. At this point, you might be wondering if this spells the end of Angel Reese's dreams. But hold on, because this story still has another surprising twist.
Angel Reese is actually paying the cost at this moment from attaching her brand to Caitlin Clark's brand. Her biggest problem is the Caitlin Clark comparison. She's being destroyed by chasing the Rookie of the Year thing, which she has no chance, so she wants to be a dynamic offensive player, and she's just not right now. But comparing herself and attaching herself to Caitlin Clark.
In a recent matchup against the Phoenix Mercury, Angel Reese showed incredible resilience that caught everyone's attention. Instead of relying on her usual layups, she changed her approach and focused on mid-range shots, a strategy that proved to be a game-changer. She effortlessly scored 19 of her 20 points, demonstrating impressive versatility on the court. This not only highlights her basketball skills but also her ability to adapt to different game situations. The big question now is whether this performance signals a lasting comeback or is just a temporary fix to deeper issues. Looking at the bigger picture, the stories of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese go beyond individual games. They reflect a broader shift happening in women's basketball, which is evolving rapidly. Did you know that an impressive 81% of WNBA fans are influenced by sponsorships? This statistic underscores just how crucial sponsorships are for the league and its players. As the WNBA continues to grow, athletes like Clark and Reese have more opportunities to land bigger contracts, secure endorsements, and become household names. But amid this exciting growth, a new league called Unrivaled has emerged, stirring quite a buzz with its bold promises and innovative approach. Despite the hype, many believe Clark should stay loyal to the WNBA because of its established reputation, rich history, passionate fan base, and solid infrastructure. This creates an interesting dilemma. Should she stick with the tried and true or venture into the new and unproven? Clark has quickly become a dominant force in the WNBA, smashing records and captivating fans while redefining the game. Given her success, it's natural to wonder why she might consider leaving such a thriving environment. Perhaps her motivation goes beyond money or fame. It could be a desire to leave a lasting legacy. The WNBA has been home to legendary figures like Lisa Leslie and Sue Bird, and Clark now has the chance to carve her own place alongside these icons. This leads us to consider the broader implications for the women's basketball community. Both Clark and Reese symbolize the potential and challenges within the sport. Clark's presence proves what's possible when talent meets opportunity. She's showing that women's basketball can be just as exciting, skilled, and commercially successful as men's basketball, setting new standards for all. On the other hand, Reese's struggles remind us that success is never guaranteed, even for the most gifted players. Yet, she exemplifies resilience by facing obstacles head-on and adapting in impressive ways. Together, their stories go beyond wins and losses. They tell a deeper story of female empowerment, perseverance, and the sport's forward momentum. The WNBA also stands out for having a high percentage of social media users among its fans, surpassing many other major leagues. This strong online presence allows players to connect directly with their audiences, making them influential figures who can shape opinions, inspire young athletes, and drive the sport's growth like never before. The future of women's basketball is full of promise and challenges. The sport has seen tremendous growth, with rising viewership, increased sponsorship, and more young girls aspiring to follow in the footsteps of stars like Clark and Reese. But this growth brings pressure too. Young players must excel on the court while also serving as role models and marketable personalities. The demand for perfection adds another layer of complexity to their journey. There's also a lot of interest in how the WNBA will continue to evolve and how new leagues like Unrivaled might impact the landscape. Players like Clark and Reese will play a key role in shaping the future of the sport. Ultimately, the lesson here is that success, whether in basketball or life, isn't just about where you stand, but how you navigate both victories and setbacks. Caitlin Clark's record-breaking achievements and Angel Reese's resilient spirit both serve as powerful examples for us all. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out our next video for the latest updates and fresh content.